Hi, my name is Miguel Sanchez, and I'm the Vice President of Professional Services at Synoptek. Today, we have the honor of sitting with Tim Britt, our CEO. Tim, would you like to do a quick intro?
I'm Tim Britt, and I'm the CEO of Synoptek. I work with Miguel and trying to help our customers achieve better results.
So you recently wrote an article about companies that want to use technology to transform their business. What compelled you to write this piece?
I'm constantly struck by everyone talking about leveraging technology to change the way they do business and to change the way they operate. And I'm equally struck by how many organizations just actually don't do it. I was inspired to kind of dig into why companies don't do it. 3 or 4 things came up, right? Number one is organizations simply can't keep up. It's coming at them too fast. They can't assimilate it and figure it out and change fast enough. They can't change their processes and they can't change their people. The second big thing is they didn't have a culture of change, right? Their people were resistant to change, and it was hard to get people to do things differently. I think there was a little bit of a skill set issue that came up at times where they didn't feel like they had the skills, either the technical skills or the skills in implementing and affecting change. Others that we see is just a little bit of lack of commitment from executive leadership and management in terms of funding and standing behind the committing of resources to move the organization forward. And lastly, I think it's just a cultural thing. In today's market, where technology changes every day, people at home and in their personal life use technology that changes so fast, and they evolve their lives around that. But in the workplace, that's not happening. So why? Well, you sort of have to create a culture of change. You have to make it okay to change a business process quickly. You have to have the people and resources that are focused on making change and change management, business analysts, these different kinds of skill sets.
Understandably so. Change is hard. What are the key takeaways from the article?
Industries are getting reinvented, and the companies that change are surviving, and the ones that don't aren't. I really believe this ability to change and evolve, transform and evolve continuously is critical to survival. So I believe the winning companies are the ones that learn how to do that, do it effectively, and do it continuously.
So winning companies, do you have any examples of that?
Well, I think you can look at the big examples that a lot of people know about, right? Airbnb, right? Just a few years old, and Marriott, 100 years old. Which one's winning today, and which one's worth more in the marketplace? So one of them changed, completely reinvented the industry and changed and evolved, and the other one stood still for a little too long, and now they're having to react and change rapidly. So even in our own industry, right, consulting 10 years ago was all about providing information to our customers and helping them interpret that. Well, today our customers have the information because the information's everywhere, and now we really have to focus on how to interpret it and take action to achieve results. So every industry is changing, and as a result of technology, and it's just how quickly the ones that are changing the way they work in that environment are the ones that are winning.
For our audience, those out there wondering, okay, so I've read the article, what is your advice to them?
We're trained to not change, right? We find something that works and we just try and make it work as long as possible, as profitably as possible, and as long as it makes our customers happy. Instead of exploring new ways of doing things before we actually need to, and thinking about new ways of doing things before we get in an unhealthy or a critical situation. So because of that, we really have to change our cultures in our organizations. We have to have a culture of change where it's okay to change a process, it's okay to try new things. So it's actually required to think about new things and bring something new to the table. So that, I think, is number one. Number two, start investing in resources and encouraging this behavior and bringing people into the organization that are good at it. Some people are good at running the current situation and others are good at changing it. and make sure you have a little of both. And thirdly, you have to be out looking at what's going on, not just your competitors, but in other industries, in the technology industry, more broadly in the world, to find ideas that are going to make your business better.
And what can Synoptek do about that?
One way to think about Synoptek is as a platform, essentially a global change-enabling delivery platform. We plan, transform, evolve our customers' use of technology continuously. And what I mean by that is we really are an organization that has a global set of systems that enable automation and processes around managing technology, and resources that have depth of expertise and breadth of expertise. And that platform we make available to our customers. So for the pieces that they may need help on, we can fill those gaps. We see what 300 companies are doing. We talk to the technology companies every single week, every single month. We know what's happening. We know what's going on in the industry, and you know your business. And if we bring the two together, I think we can achieve some great results for you. And we want to be that agent that eliminates all those gaps, helps that organization move forward, leveraging what I believe is a great platform we've built over the years.
That's great. Thanks for the info. And again, thanks for your time. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks, Miguel.